Well, I've got to say, folks, on this channel, we're nearly always on the same page. We are. It's very, very rare that we're not. My thoughts tend to echo your thoughts. Maybe it's our age, I don't know. But in this instance, I think we may be on a slightly different page, because I've brought up this subject before, and I think there's a fair amount of you that don't agree with me, which is fine. I mean, I'm fine with that. This channel is all about discussion. And agreement and disagreement comes hand in hand with discussion. No worries on that score. I'm hearing something today. Now, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Because I will explain myself. I'm hearing something today. Were they taking something? Was it went to Parliament again? I think it was about smacking or the anti-smacking brigade. They want us adults to stop smacking young children. And I think they've got a couple of heavyweights behind it. I think I heard today Michael Caine is signed up. Alan Shearer's signed up. There's a few people in sport, film and media, a couple of well-known faces, well-known names have signed some petition, and they want us to follow suit with another couple of countries in the UK that have passed this anti-smacking a year or two ago now. And I've said in the past, I said, for me it just should be about the parents. I mean, it should be the responsibility of the parents for me. I mean, I'm from that brigade that'll say, well, I was smacked in the past and it did me no harm. I put that on and that's just put on. It did me no harm. No, I mean, at the end of the day, if I was naughty, I'd get shouted at. If I was very naughty, I'd get shouted at a bit louder. And if I wouldn't listen, I'd get a smack. Depending on who it was off, depending on whether or not I carried on being naughty. If my mum smacked me, maybe I'd push the envelope a little bit more. If she smacked me hard, I think I'd stop. If she said, wait till your dad gets home, and she meant it, she always told him he was always the last line of, not defence, attack. If I knew my dad was going to smack me, I stopped. I think I've only been smacked twice by my dad, and he wasn't cruel, no bruises. He used to whip me where he could get away with. No, I'm making that up. But no, I didn't want to, what's the word? Pique his wrath. I didn't want that at all. No. And I think the threat of knowing my dad would put me right if I needed putting right would be enough to stop me. So I don't know. I mean, for me, I don't believe in hitting children, hurting children. I really, really don't. But sometimes I think a smacking is a good deterrent. If somebody's doing it all the time and it's a non-stop thing, that's no good. Because the kiddie will either hate you forever or just get used to it. Because if you do it all the time and the kiddie doesn't stop what it's doing wrong, the smacking's having no effect. I think this new thing is all down to latest studies and how studies are saying it doesn't work. Well, all I can say is it worked for me. It worked for my sister. It sort of worked for me brother. Definitely worked for my kids. Yes, I did smack my kids, I'm sorry to say. There's a couple of grandkids I've been known to smack. There's a couple I'm not allowed to for different reasons. I've never done anything wrong. Don't worry about that. But no, I think sometimes if a kid goes much too far, and now and again, my kids and one grandkid I can think of has done. Sometimes it's just the extra deterrent to keep them in line, and it's always worked. But I've never hurt anybody. But I don't know. I don't think it's right that folks should tell you can do this and you can't do that. But that's just my thoughts. And I was thinking, it's all right, isn't it? You've got your Michael Caines and your Shearers signing petitions. And they had a bit of extra weight and extra gravitas because they're well known. But I thought, you're not going to get well known folk, your actors and your sports people and your people in the media and film and TV. They're not going to be signing petitions saying, I think you should still be allowed to smack kids. Because people are going to look down on them and look at them like they're bad uns, which some of you might do to me. But you know the way I do things, folk. I just tell you the truth. If it goes against me, it goes against me. I just tell you the way it is from how I see things, and that's what I've always done. I try to be a decent person, I think I am. But I still do think, from how I've been brought up and how I've brought others up, sometimes it's a necessary evil. But not doing it for the fun of it, not doing it to hurt a kiddie, not doing it to ruin their lives or anything like that. I'm not for that at all. But no, I don't know that. I think the biggest problem we have in this country with proper bad kids and unruly kids, I mean, it's not always down to the parents, but 9 times out of 10, I think a kiddie going off the rails and being a bad un, 9 times out of 10 is down to the parents. Now, if you say to me, would you rather that parent reprimand a child where it needs to, or have that parent letting them run amok and do what they want to and not chastise them and not bother with them at all. I'd rather take the former, because sometimes the latter gets lost just because the parents just don't care about what the kiddies get up to. And small things develop to bigger things, and sometimes bigger things develop into really big things, and then we've got problems. And we've had a lot of problems with kiddies in this country over the last few years. We really have. Things are getting worse out on their streets. There's no doubt about it. So for me, discipline sometimes a necessary evil. And I think it's really... I don't know that it's right that celebrities are signing these letters of protests, whatever they might be. I don't know that it's right, to be honest with you. Because, as I say, you won't get other celebrities signing something to say, keep smacking kids. So it's a bit of an uneven playing field, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion, and I thought I'd give it. I've rambled on for too long. Let's get out of this one now.